Music by Garland and Jeffries there at the Freewaves. 91.3 FM WUNH Durham. Before that, before Garland Jeffries, we had the Stripes with the People Don't See. And then we had that group, the Naked Six, before that. Give me something. And we are live now in the studio with my guest, Phil.
Hi.
How are you?
Good.
Good. Why don't you introduce yourself?
I'm Philip Spees. I'm from Fredericksburg, Virginia with the band Probably Whiskey. We're currently doing a radio run from our first self-released album, self-titled Probably Whiskey. Traveling around. We were coming through New Hampshire, actually just with family for Thanksgiving, heading up towards Portland, Maine, and ended up reaching out to you guys. I believe you guys were sent our album via Tinderbox, who's been helping us out with sort of getting us out there and distributing us across the country. So.
Excellent. And you guys are going to be playing at the press room, is that correct?
Yeah, we're doing a little bit of like an open mic set down in the press room on Tuesday, which should be pretty fun. Hoping I got some family coming out, which is really exciting because they never get to see or hear me play up in this area. And normally we're a duo, me and Kirsten Conson, because of the holidays and whatnot. She wasn't able to make it up, but so you'll be missing the saxophone, but other than that, the band's carrying on.
Okay, cool. So normally it's you on guitar and then she plays saxophone. Is there anybody else in the group?
It's just the two of us. She also plays washboard and upright bass, and occasionally I'll play banjo. It's harder to travel with a banjo and a guitar, though.
Yeah. Okay, so what informs your music? No, wait, let's start. Where did you grow up? Did you grow up in Portland?
No. So my mom grew up in Portsmouth. She actually lived on Strawberry Bank.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Before it was bought out and turned into what's now Strawberry Bank. The Peacock House historically was part of our family's for a couple generations. And actually the last edition that's marked on the side of the building was put on by her grandfather or my great-grandfather, I believe.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So it's always fun coming back and seeing how everything's changed, especially Portsmouth itself. But no, both my parents worked for the Smithsonian, and I grew up and was raised in Northern Virginia, and have moved down to Farmville, Virginia, and since traveled back and forth and ended up landing in Fredericksburg.
Okay, and did you go to school down there as well, or?
I went to school for a little bit and then left. I've actually been a career firefighter for the past almost 4 years.
Oh, wow, okay.
Working for Prince William County.
All right, and what's that like?
It's interesting. It's never a dull moment. Things change day to day. It's been it's been good. I enjoy the job. The people that I work with make it the best. It's not so much where you work, it's who you work with, and I really enjoy my crew and the crews that I've had in the past over the years.
Are you on a truck, or do you do EMT work, or both?
So, it's actually, a truck is the one with the big ladder on top, and then there's a heavy rescue, and then there's an engine company which carries the hose and the pump, and then there's ambulances which do EMT work. We're all EMTs, so I staff an engine, but if the volunteers come in at night, we change over to being on the heavy rescue, which is like cutting cars apart and doing your rope rescue training and stuff like that. So I'm cross-trained in multiple disciplines, but mostly what we do is ride the engine company, and so we'll provide fire suppression and EMS. And sort of if something's wrong, they send an engine company first, and then whatever specialized units are needed come from there.
Okay. So is this a full-time job for you?
Yes. I'm currently working on transitioning out of it and into music. I actually am back in school at Berkeley for music production as an audio engineer, and then I work also part-time running my own sound engineering company outside of touring with the band.
Oh, wait, so where do you live? Do you live down in Virginia, or are you up in Boston?
I live in Fredericksburg, and I attend Berkeley online.
Oh, I didn't know they did that.
Yeah,
okay.
So far I've loved the program. It's great.
Uh-huh.
I'm sure UNH is just as good, but...
No, it's fine, because Berkeley is, like, especially for the world of jazz, for instance, is like, you can't beat it.
Yeah, the audio production so far has been fantastic.
Uh-huh.
I've been working with a couple different professors, but the way they break everything down in terms of studying beats and grooves and what makes music appealing and lyrical strength, and it's not just... I was a music major in college with a more classical program, and it didn't break it down in a way that I could grasp onto it or latch onto it and really understand or get out of it what I wanted to for my own music. So with Berkeley, it's actually kind of helped flush out songs that I've been working on and flush out songs that have been on the album that some of the songs on this album have been around since I was in high school.
Okay.
Or that I wrote all the way back in high school, and they've changed and progressed and gotten better, sometimes got worse, but learning how to achieve the emotional response that I want so that I can tell what I'm feeling or so I can show what I'm feeling instead of just telling it is an important thing that I've picked up from so far from the program.
The two things work together because you've got the words, but then the music also augment the words.
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
That, and sometimes the words, like if I say I'm sad, you're like, great, you're sad. Everyone can be sad. But if I'm like, I look at a photo and it reminds me of these times, and then the lyric drops that those times aren't there anymore, then I'm showing you what I'm feeling versus just saying I'm sad.
So it's more subtle than more thinking.
Yeah, it's descriptive. It's painting a picture with the words instead of just writing sad on a sheet of paper, essentially.
Got it. So you're tuned to WUNH Durham. This is Jill, and I'm here with Phil Spees. Did I say your name right? Okay. And support for WUNH comes from the Press Room, Portsmouth's go-to spot for live music, pub fare, craft beer, and specialty cocktails for 43 years and counting. Upcoming show listings and food and drink menus are available at pressroomnh.com. So do you have a song you can play for us?
Yeah,
you have
I
your
do.
Guitar there.
I do.
What kind of guitar is that, first of all?
So this is a wacky, crazy Ovation guitar. It's got this weird sort of curved back instead of a flat back.
It looks plastic on the back, is it?
The back is, plastic. It's designed to reduce feedback. They were really popular in the 80s. I don't quite know how I ended up deciding on this one. I just kind of, in high school, my parents got me a John Lennon signature guitar for Christmas, and it came in the box broken, and we went back to Guitar Center, and I ended up liking the sound of this, and I've really liked it ever since, and it's kind of nice. It's grown with me. If you look, when I took the strings off, I could see spots where I've actually started wearing out the fretboard in ways that I play distinctively to me, and it's kind of, the finish is cracked, and I've got some chips in it, and it's been through a lot with me, and it's sort of my go-to guitar. I have other ones, but none quite. I like the sound of quite like this, plugged in or unplugged.
Okay. So why don't you play us a song?
All right. This one's called Cyclone. It's actually one of the first ones that I wrote.
Oh, good.
Oh, I was saying this one.
I know.
Oh,
I know. I'm taking the wrong mic off. I'm not doing
okay.
really good here. So anyway, go ahead.
That's all right. This one's called Cyclone, and it's one of the first ones that I wrote, and it's one of the ones that kind of relates a lot to. It's always related to me a lot in my life. So here we go. Nighttime coffee and a morning star, like a pilot. It's gone too far. No way out and no way home. You're trapped with death alone. Playing cards and drinking gin. It's Russian roulette and I can't win. Spin the chamber round and round, not knowing where that's found, but stuck so deep in the cyclone, like a restless sleep. Place so dark the poets well, they can't speak. I'm feet in the clouds and hands on my head. I'm so far gone, it's all in your head, oh yeah. And when will I see you again? I just don't want be your friend anymore. In the peaceful moonlight, light, I'm staring, yelling at the night. Discord laughs and it tastes so sweet. Golden apple at her feet, but stuck so deep in the cyclone, like a restless sleep. Place so dark the angels well, they can't speak. I'm feet in the clouds and hands on my head. I'm so far gone, you wish you were dead. Oh yeah. When will I see you again? I just don't want to be your friend anymore. I could do. Had the chance to turn back time, I'd start last year and make you mine, but I'm the cyclone. I'm the cyclone. And when will I see you again? I just don't want to be your friend anymore. Anymore.